We are going back to the grounds. Make some money and have a great day. Maybe things will stop breaking. We got this all fixed up. Poor Chris. Someone decided that they're gonna build this and it's not welded right, so now you gotta weld it really right and it should never break again. I'll leave you all up here. Any questions, throw them out in the chat. And I will respond to the best that I can. Thank you all for being here. This is Catch in Alaska. free fishing live stream. How you guys doing? Yeah, we're fishing. What's up, Art? What's up, Silverwolf? What's up, Mihu? Donnie? Hey, thank you. We'll catch a lot of fish. We'll do all right. We had an issue last week, or a few days ago. This broke off. This whole plate was just well like that, so we got to like pull the back in here. The motor fell off. Nasty windy today. Thank you for the fish and wishes. I wish you all the best day. Check out one of my favorite online YouTube streamers. Try to catch a 10-pounder. We don't try, we just do. 10-pounders are the average size of chums. We don't fish. We need to fill up Chris's bank. You'll see lots of fish. Don't worry. We're gill netting. We don't do hooks. Gill netting works differently. If you want to know what it's like, you can go through my channel and check out the other videos. We have lots of fish in action, so if you want to know what gill netting looks like, you can learn a thing or two. Southeast Alaska, it's low tide right now. The tide line runs super low. Yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Now Sparky Cinex, he makes some of the best live streams out there. He does music. A lot of my shorts have his music attached to it because he is on the wavelength I'm trying to be on with this YouTube stuff. So we'll take this to the moon. We're going to show you some really cool fishy stuff. Dip perspective. Anyone has any questions? Anything. This is Catching Alaska, so we try to show the whole state. We have to go through the narrows. I mean, we're a few miles away, like 20-30 miles away from our fishing ground. And this is just leaving the town of Petersburg. It's kind of like, this is all salt water. The tide runs through, in and out. You know, the ocean's like 100 miles that way. But all these are all tidal. Saltwater and tidal movements. So, no, we don't use rods. We're doing gill netting. There's no rods on this. So we're doing hand trolling, we will be, so it'll be later in the year, but right now we can't, silver won't, actually you can't do that on the boat. That's one thing too, no one really knows that. A lot of people are like, I want to go fish, but you can't use that on the boat. You cigarettes and alcohol are the only things that are allowed, and I don't drink on the boat. And you can't have any sort of nothing. It's kelp hanging off. Oh, it's got a beard. I think it's an 85-pound white king salmon or an 82-inch halibut, which weighed about 315 pounds. So, pretty big fish. If you want to see some big fish, just go through my shorts. You'll see some big fish. There's actually whales on my shorts. I have videos of whales, videos of big halibut, us catching halibut, us catching black cod, us catching king crab. So whatever it is you kind of want to see, we've done almost every fish except for tuna, herring, and I don't have tanner crab on here, but that's a 14-pound bass. It's a 14-pound fight. Those are crazy. Bass fight like nothing else other than a steelhead or an Arctic shark. All these trees, it's like a pretty healthy forest. You'll see all the, I don't know if you can see it, they all have lichen on them, all that fuzzy. And that's a sign of a really healthy ecosystem full of life. That's an air filter basically. All the lichen on the trees filters the air. One of the coolest things about these forests is the air quality is way better. Once I go down south, I can't even breathe anymore. Not to say anything bad, but I can notice the quality of the air is gone from all of our mechanical devices. Really, there is a lot cleaner air in some place for trees. You should never fall in unless you're trying to go in. If you fall in, you're doing something wrong. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We'll be back out fishing in a couple hours. We're gonna set that net and get some fish. See if we can load this boat up for Chris because he needs it. He's having a hard week. People keep working on his boat and doing a job that's not right, pays him 150 bucks an hour, and then I come through there and have to fix it. I'm not a certified mechanic, I'm not a certified engineer, but I can tell when things aren't right. And I'm getting a little frustrated seeing people bad work and charging 150 bucks an hour to do awful work. Like there's no pride in work anymore. It's not about pride. It's about doing a good job and making the world a better place. And that's why you do a good job, you know. Just remember that if you guys are doing work for someone and you don't want to do it, just remember to do the best that you possibly can because it does pay off in some way. It affects everyone's life. Even if you're just making them a sandwich, make it the best darn sandwich ever. At some point, you're gonna want to make yourself that best darn sandwich, and if you don't put the effort in, how would you know what it's like? You know. Give it your best to get the best. Manifest the best. Reminds me to tell everyone check out Sparky Sinex, #1 live stream that's up and coming on YouTube. He's not, you know, he's not the normal live stream. He plays live music, broadcasts, interacts with the audience, and creates improv stories and all that. Highly recommend checking out his channel. Thank you everyone for watching. We're going to be running for a while. I'm going to put this down and warm up for a minute. Thank you, Silver Wolf. Make sure that subscribe button, check out our videos and stuff. We're going through the Narrows, so you get a cool little eco tour instead of having to pay a few grand to go do it. Everyone gets one for free today. You can say you're on a boat. Oh, a log. Those things are dangerous. Back on one of those, you sink your almost hit it. Jesus. Fishing. Everything's a near-death experience. Sometimes you'll get logs that come out from the mountains and stuff. The whole tree comes out and the root has all the rocks, and so if the tree's sitting up like this, you see the very top, they're called deadheads like this, bouncing up and down. What happens, you don't see them. If you're in a skiff or even in a fiberglass boat, you go over it, it goes boom, pokes a hole in the boat. It's pretty dangerous. And out here we also, not on this side, but out there we have icebergs come off the glaciers, and a whole other hazard. There's been plenty of boats that have gone down from icebergs out here. I used to do wildland firefighting. One of the coolest things that they taught us there was, you have to, there's a way they taught it back in the 40s, something like OODA, observe, orientate, decide, act, or scan, identify, predict, decide, execute. It's like a 5-step kind of rule of how we see things. The faster you can OODA or SIPD, the faster you can process information. And fishing really helps you get motor skills faster. I used to be pretty uncoordinated, and doing this stuff really helps out. Anyone thinking about getting a job on a boat, it's not that hard. All you have to do is ask, but be prepared to do things you've never done before. You know, like not in a bad way, but just pushing your limits in a sense. I have a cool video of us climbing up that landslide up there. One of my buddies came from Oregon. He did some videoing for me, but we climbed up a huge mountain over there, and the whole landslide on the side is pretty cool. Little live stream. 171 people watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. We're gonna be out fishing here in a couple hours, just doing a little boat ride down the Narrows. It's all beautiful ride. It's fishing season. People are catching fish in all sorts of boats. Salmon are running. Life's a booming. If anyone has any questions, comments, throw them in the chat, and I'll respond. Thanks for watching. Catching Alaska. We're gonna catch the whole state here. We're gonna catch all of these. sockeyes are also known as reds, chums are also known as dogs, pinks are also known as humpies. Oh yeah, it's windy. We're fishing for sockeye salmon, chum salmon, and humpy salmon. We might get a king, we might get cohos. You never really know. It's loud out here. Yeah, we wish for blue skies too. I think it's gonna be storming for a bit. If we get to go out today, it's supposed to be a little worse. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. See what the future is. Catch in Alaska. We got a lot of awesome stuff planned. More than just fishing, but we're starting off with the fishing. And it's going to expand a lot more from there. I'll show you deeper views of communities. You want to see these little towns. I got a couple little drive-throughs, these cool towns. You get to see a lot of the background scenery that you'd have to kind of pay a lot of money to go do. So I figured I could share the experience. Oh, cool. The Alaska Airlines comes in. It's one of the freakiest landings out here because the plane banks around and it makes this awesome cut through. Oh, that's so cool. It's called the milk run out here because it touches down so hard. It's such a great view of the plane. If you don't like scary flights, don't ever fly through here. Yeah, it's really windy. Unfortunately, there's a lot of challenges to making a YouTube channel on a boat. And now I know why a lot of people don't do it, because it's like working 3 jobs instead of fishing. And fishing's hard enough. Then I figured out how to do it. Just pushing the boundaries, and you get tired and your brain can expand your limits. Thank you so much. Yeah, I keep walking back to the stern of the boat. They're the best pilots ever out here. You have to be a really good pilot to fly out here. There it goes. Safety. Nice. I love watching those planes. They're cool. Got the prop wash today. It's murky water. This rained so much. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, you can get really rough. Landing in the winter, it's boom, and you kind of bounce around, and then if you go out west, like Dutch Harbor, not only does it cost like $2,000 in the winter, you fly and you land, you see a bunch of plane wrecks as you're landing, and you go over all these old military barriers that are concrete, so just, all of it's terrifying. And my skipper got caught up in the air for like an hour out there. Like the engines are overheating because the headwind was so strong. The plane couldn't land because the engines are getting too hot, so they had to stay up in the air until the headwind stayed down. I was like, wow, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. Is my skipper gonna make it? Everything was fine. This isn't Cordova. This is Southeast Alaska. Cordova is like 150, 200 miles north. Yeah, there you go. Petersburg, you're on point now. Someone knows where that we're at. Nice. I have a cool video up here. This whole mountain slid off. There's a little article in the paper about it. Yeah, that's why I'm sharing it. I realized what a beautiful view, and I don't mean to talk bad about it, but I go through YouTube and I can't watch most of these things. I mean, I like it, but it's so, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, it's almost worth my time, but then again, I'm just exposed to all the stuff I really didn't want to be. Oh, there's an eagle out there. This is like the Nature Channel plus. It's like you gotta watch wild people and wild things. All this was carved by glaciers. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, the U.S. Coast Guard is out here. They got a nice little station. Yeah, they do a good job, actually. You know, I appreciate what they do. And a lot of people will be like, like, come on, man. Like, you wouldn't do, most people wouldn't do that job in the first place, and it's a tough job. Do lots of crazy stuff. Oh man, that's rough. What a jerk. Wow, that's a typical life. Wow, man. Slow down. It does it to everyone. Oh yeah, out in the ADAC and Unimac, man, or Unimac is the scariest thing. You'll see, I call them cinnamon bears. They're like these blonde brown bears. They're bigger than polar bears, and I see them eating dead whales on the beaches out there. and they're over the tall of the grass. The grass is like 8 feet tall, and they're standing over it just on all fours. I realized I'd never want to get shipwrecked on Unimac. That was really nice, that guy. That guy was really nice. When I built that yacht boat, that guy was super nice there. Pulls him really close to you and takes me out. Oh, he was that was just one of those things. You guys are great. If you have any questions, throw them out there. We're just going a little cruise before I lose a little bit of service, and we're gonna be well, no, we had to go fix a bunch of stuff. We had an alternator issue, and then we had our drum brake. We were hauling, and that plate right there actually broke all the way off, so I had to hand haul it. And that last live I did fishing, you'll get to see kind of, you know, some stuff go down last 30 fathoms of this net. That fell off, so we had to get that re-welded and take a break in fishing. It's all good. Yeah, people do stuff. It's all good. I used to be on the ICW North Carolina, which is like half the width of this. And I had this little tiny dinghy, which is like 6 feet long. When my buddy and I go fishing, people do that, pull up right next to you and try to roll you over. And it's like they're laughing, all drunk, and whatever. You can't get me. I'm a ninja, you know. Thank you, Sparky Sin. Hey, dude. Sparky Sin's here. Look at this. I have a little something for you, dude. This guy is the #1 music live stream I've ever seen. Whatever. But yeah, he's one of the #1 live music podcasts I've ever seen. He makes some of the coolest stuff, the best vibes. He has this cool slogan saying "Manifest the best," and it's exactly what I believe in. So if you guys love music, you love positivity, and you want to see the world be a better place, this guy knows what he's doing. Yes, kindness goes a long way. I mean, it goes a long ways everywhere, but in reality, kindness does go a long way. You can feel it. Oh, thank you. I mean, that's what it is about positivity, being good and connected instead of having to feel negative vibes. You can at least kind of distract ourselves from the past confusion and plant seeds of better growth. I don't know. All I know is you can always do a little better. 222 viewers and 22 likes. That's awesome. Oh, sweet. We're coming up to one of my favorite places. So there's a spot, my buddy does a lot of geology, so we like to kind of look around. These are really, really old mountains, so really a lot of people come out here looking for gold and really don't find much at all, but we just wanted to look at the rocks. You know, he brought like a metal detector with him. We didn't find anything up there, but we climbed this whole landslide. Yeah, no, same here with you. I've never been one, but guess what? Now you can put people in 10-second timeouts, which is one of my favorite things. Yeah, double tap that screen. Yeah, it was kind of funny. You know, Sparky's got a lot of people that go on there and he starts bashing like just the most horrible things for no reason. Like, why is this there? It's like, well, as a moderator, you could put someone in you could block them and put them in 10-minute timeouts, but it's like there's a 10-second timeout option, which is the most pointless thing ever, but hilarious. Oh yeah, we're in a huge universe, in a huge world of little things. Axe Pop, that's a cool name. Yeah, Starkey says thumb it up, sub it up. I hop onto that guy. Your stream the other day is like thumb it up, sub it up in like the most wacky tone. Awesome. Yeah, so out here, this is mostly bedrock, and the way stuff you can kind of see on the beaches here, the trees grow in this layer of moss. I mean, it's not, you don't find much grass unless you're at the beach. And the way it happens is during these big rainstorms, after a big dry period, things just kind of fall and slide. Bruno, go lay down. Come here, buddy. Bruno, come here. He gets bullied all the time. Yeah. The dog hates Rune. Poor Rune. Oh, Scotland. 10 seconds to think about your actions. Yeah. He's in charge. Good morning, Rune. Good morning. Are you sleeping? Watching from Scotland. Uh-oh. What's going on, Chris? You gonna grab the wheel there? Oh, Hey, subscribe and thumbs up. Oh yeah, it's just getting there. Thanks, Sparky. You're number one, man. So we can have a video. We actually have a live stream climbing up this thing. If you don't believe me, check it out. We get some shorts there. Look at big tuna. Sparky's a big tuna. 35 thumbs up. You guys are great. Oh, you're okay. Yeah, we just got dogs yelling. What happens is this Chris's dog, him, absolutely hates my dog. And the idea that my dog can eat food that's not his. He has a food obsession. And we just have to deal with it. It's just one of those things. It's like there's going to be one thing going on, it's going to be that all the time in your ear. And it's like, you know, you can get irritated and bother you, or just enjoy the experience of it. You can make a choice. What do you want? It's kind of up to you. Are you living the dream, or are you dreaming? One of my favorite things, the guy said to me once, he's like, how are you doing? He's like, living the dream. I was like, what do you mean by that? He's like, are you either living the dream or you're just dreaming? Yeah. We have a super cool video going off this thing. This thing's gnarly. We like free ran down it too. It's not as steep as it looks. It has incredibly good traction because of the type of material it was. It was like the best type of rock I've ever climbed on. But that's what happens when mountains give away. Yeah, I dream hard, I sleep hard. It's low tide right now. You can see how much the tide changes out here. I don't know if you guys go to the coast much, but out we have tide changes, and out here we get massive tide changes, even though we're in islands. And then the islands, tides come in and they meet in the middle. So we're about to the place where the tides meet. Right here is kind of the convergence point between the two. So if you time it right, you get the flood tide pushing you in, and then you get the slack tide. Have I finished to catch? I don't know. No, we're gonna go out to catch fish now. That's what we're doing. We're kind of running out. We're gonna catch salmon. Yeah, if you guys like outdoor stuff, there's a couple cool videos of going up this and what it looks like on this close up. Oh, there's an eagle. Look at that, surprise view. Check out his stuff. He's awesome. He makes some of the coolest videos you'll ever see in live performances. No one else is like him. He is a founding member of his own nightclub. How's it going, Anna? We're watching Catching Alaska, everyone. This is Southeast Alaska. We're headed south to go to our fishing grounds, and we're gonna go see if we can catch more fish for Chris. Improve the quality of his day. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And make sure to have a great day. Gillnet on the Gillnet drum. What's going on, Anthony? Good to see you. We'll be out fishing in a while. These are corks to the top of the line. This is the part that sinks, and that's only like 25 feet wide. And it goes out the back and reel in this way if you like fishing. Check it out. Oh yeah, Anthony. Sparky's now a moderator too. Haha. The whole crew's here. Sweet, yeah, we'll be going on this live for like 15 minutes. I'll have moving service here shortly. Just the way it goes. But yeah, it's about the hour mark of this live stream. And yeah, the world needs Sparky, so you don't understand what I mean. Check it out. It'll make sense. It won't make sense at first, then it'll make way more sense. Manifest the best. We can do that with Sparky. Sparky we trust. Welcome to Catching Alaska. We're in Alaska. These beautiful mountains of southeast Alaska. And we're running south, and make sure you subscribe if you like fishing. We'll be back in an hour to go catch some fish. Thanks everyone for being here. Watching. My phone's gonna die. We're gonna come back in about an hour or so. Thank you so much. Peace.